Is nepotism acceptable in the workplace? Mike Jones is the owner of Tropical Delights, a very successful company who has been in operation for the past 15 years. Employed in the production department at the company is Bill Bain, who's worked with the company since its inception, and David Forbes, who's only been with the company for 2 years. Jim is a loyal, dedicated, hard-working, committed employee, and one of the key players who helped to build the company up to its present status. Then there's David, the newcomer, who recently got engaged to the boss's daughter. A month ago, the position of production manager became available. Both Bill and David applied for the position. A week later, Bill learned that he was not successful, and the post was awarded to David. Now I guess you're wondering, why am I telling you this story? Well, this scenario is an example of nepotism, a problem that is very common in the business world today. TheBusinessDictionary.com defined nepotism as the practice of appointing relatives and friends in one's organization for which outsiders might be better qualified. This is considered blatant favoritism, which can have an adverse impact on an organization working environment. No matter how well-intentioned the employer's action may be, nepotism leads to low staff morale, loss of respect for the employer by the employee, and organizational conflict. Let us now revisit the story of Bill and David. Many of you might say that Mr. Jones is the owner, and he's within his rights to give his future son-in-law the position, because it guarantees him a committed and loyal employee who would be his eyes and ears in the office. Sharon Nelton, the author of The Nation Business, suggests nepotism can be a true asset to a company. She tells the story of Thomas Publishing Company, whom in 1998 employed 7 third and fourth generation family members. She further states that the third generation president, Tom Knudsen, encouraged nepotism among their independent sales contractor because he believed it resulted in high performance, stability, and long-term commitment. Yes, this is one positive example of nepotism, and perhaps there may exist a few more positive examples. However, after completing research for this topic, I have come to the conclusion that the negative impact outweighs any positive impact of nepotism within an organization. I can tell you stories of nepotism disaster. I can tell you the story of Lines Brothers in Britain, the owner of a once highly successful company, Trying Toys, which was rendered worthless just a few years after being led by second generation of leadership. Then I can tell you the story about the Yale Express, a US delivery company who went bankrupt within only 5 years of second generation assuming presidency. Nepotism, as you see, can be detrimental to a company's success and can lead to the adverse impact of low staff morale. According to Marjorie Pillar, a writer for breadhub.com, and I quote, "When the relatives are given a key position or promotion, bypassing an employee with strong merit, it spoils the employee's morale as a whole." End quote. Therefore, employers need to be very impartial in decision making within the workplace. Due to this display of gross injustice, unfairness, and favoritism by the employer, the other staff members may feel there's then no room for them to grow personally and professionally. They may no longer feel a part of the team. Their level of commitment and loyalty to the company may decrease tremendously. This may lead to many of them losing interest and leaving the company in hopes of finding newer and better opportunities. Secondly, nepotism can cause the employees to lose respect for their employer. It portrays a negative view in the organization of the employer's ethics and judgment. According to Christina Hamlin, writer for the smallbusinesscool.com, if an employer hires or promotes close supporter, it may suggest that they're insecure, weak, lack confidence, and requires allies to support them in decision making. An employer who promotes nepotism may be deemed very unlikely to make fair decisions or to be trusted by the employees. This can lead to communication breakdown between the employer and the employees, in that the employees may feel that no matter what effort they make or the opinion they possess, the employer would not be impartial to them. Moreover, staff members may resent their employer and become less willing to promote the company's agenda or actively participate in achieving the goals of the company. Finally, nepotism can lead to organizational conflict due to the hostility towards the favored employee. Dr. Myers Abun, the author of Favoritism in the Workplace, states, and I quote, "When employees perceive the favoritism to be widespread, such situation may lead to organizational conflict. This attitude creates an environment that is not conducive to working. Every decision the employee who has benefited from nepotism makes will be constantly scrutinized by the other employees, who would look for any signs of incompetency. Other employees may shun him and refuse to build a working relationship because they may feel that his loyalty lies with the employer. Staff members may do everything to undermine, sabotage the employee in order to get the employee fired. The favored employee may experience physical and emotional stress from being alienated by the other co-workers, and may develop a resentment towards his work." In closing, nepotism destroys the morale of an organization and demotivates the employees. It's unethical and immoral and can end up hurting the company and stunning the growth and any future success. Therefore, employers need to do everything within their power to avoid nepotism. Employees should practice fairness and equality in decision making. In doing so, the employee will have a healthy and productive environment that will ensure the continued success and growth of the company.